Yup. Yup. It was me. I did it. I was the one who did it, bro. It was me. I take all responsibility for it. What exactly did I do? I believe I made the best version of Punk as of right now in the current state of the game. Now it's in competition between this and Punk Fiendsmith that I believe are the two versions. Of course, Kashira Punk also goes hard. I haven't tried it yet with the new support, but I know that it will go hard because it's Kashira and Punk. Come on now. But either way, this I knew I was gonna make this deck way before they even dropped the support. I knew that we were as soon as I heard about the support. I knew this were the first cards I was gonna try them with for real. I tried them with other things, but I knew this would be great, and it is. I went 14-6 with this deck, meaning I won 14 games, lost 6. Went from Diamond a Master 4 to Master 2, I think it was. You're gonna see. I'm gonna show you in the history right here. I got a lot of explaining to do. So bear with me as I break down the deck list and all that stuff, because it's a 60 card deck list. But before we get into that, what I really do, DC gang, welcome back to the channel. So it's a 60 card deck list. Yeah, and there's certain things in here that I didn't even realize that I don't necessarily need. And they're here because I was doing testing with two different decks. So I was testing out this Punk Horus deck, and then I was testing a deck with the Millennium engine. So for that reason is that I gotta tell you, I gotta do a lot of explaining to do, because you're gonna see as I break down the deck list. So I'm gonna break down the deck list. I have one crazy replay going second, and I got a lot of showcasing to do, and like maybe 2 more replays that are kind of really good. But take some of these as showcases, because my opponent couldn't really do much based on what I did. But either way, it's a 60 card deck list. The reason why I'm playing 60 cards is because I think 60 card deck lists are really consistent. I didn't realize why, but as I started building them more, I realized the reason why they're like this is because of the fact that you're running 3 of almost everything that you want to run 3 of, and you still have the space for hand traps. And in this specific deck, you have space for board breakers as well, because a lot of the things that I like to do when I build a deck, I try to make them good for going first and second, because sometimes you make a deck going good for going second just by adding hand traps to it. You might not have space for board breakers. This deck does, and it's consistent at doing both things. So therefore, we're going to run 2 effect veilers for effect veiler reasons. Again, I decided to run 2 effect veilers, 2 Duel and Lockbreakers, because I wanted to run not 3 of any hand trap that I didn't feel like was super important. Like, it's nice to have these, but if I don't have them in the hand or anything like that, doesn't really matter. Jordan Lockbreaker is really strong right now. I don't like using Veiler as much because everybody and their mother is playing Bestials, so I don't want to give them a Bestial target, but it is what it is at the end of the day. So we run 2 and 2. We're going to run 1 copy of the Jet Synchro, and this is something that I have to explain. So in the Millennium engine, the Golem is a level 6. I was playing Fairy Dragon. This was working well in there. I copied that deck, did a little rechanging into the Horus shenanigans, and forgot that I don't really need this in this deck. But it's good for 2 reasons. Because you always have 2 bodies when you can normal or special summon Jet Synchron from your hand. What do I mean by that? Simple. If you normal summon or special summon this, you could use it as a body to link off into whatever with another body, and then from the graveyard you could activate its effect, send a card from your hand to the graveyard in order to special summon it back onto the field. That's what I mean by you have 2 bodies. And that's really good in a deck that's gonna draw you about 2 to 3 cards, depending, maybe 4 depending on how your hand starts. You could draw 4 cards with this deck. So it's really good, but that's the main reason why I have it in here, is because I was playing Millennium. Either way, 2 Maxi for Maxi reasons. 1 Ghost Ogre because we could search it. A Ghost Ogre is really good. Most of the time I don't even search it. But you might just draw into it, so it is what it is. We're going to play 3 Ash Blossom, of course, for Ash Blossom reason. 1 Sharakasai for the fusion summoning. 1 Wagon for the field spell. 1 Madame Spider for the trap. So 1 Sea Amen. What they can 1 3 Sea Amen, please. 3. Little prismatic action. It's my favorite deck. I spent like 50,000 SRs on this just to get it. But either way, 3 copies of that. 2 copies of Dear No. Now listen here and listen to me carefully. I say this all the time and I'm going to say it again. Any deck that played this at 1, trash. Throw it in the dumpster because that's where it belongs. You got to play this card at 2 at all times. At all times, play this card at 2 because you get so much benefit out of running this at 2 than running it at 1. It's that simple. Sometimes it can be a brick. Sometimes you don't want it. But even when you don't want it, it's good. play it at 2. Just don't play it at 3. 3 is too much. 3 is too much, but just 2 is perfect. 3 copies of the Avatar. Because it's a level 7 that we could special summon by sending a card from the field or the hand to the graveyard is really good because some cards in here in your hand, after you start your combo, your opponent doesn't have any hand traps, you don't really care about losing a body on the field because you're gonna get more, or losing a card from the hand because you're gonna get more. So 3 copies of her, always when I see her, especially on my turn 1. If I can have her and like Seaman, bro, that is the best hand that you could have, because what you'll do is you're gonna special summon this, normal summon CM, and you're gonna search for Rising Scale, and now you make Baron de la Flor. You're protected from any hand trap whatsoever, and from there you're also gonna protect your Rising card, because that's the play that you're gonna try and make from there on, right? So really good. That's why I played 3 copies of her. I only played 2 copies of Foxy Tune. Foxy Tune is still great at 3, but I believe Scales is better. Now, 2 different things, right? This is better if you can't get, if your whole hand is just this and regular cards, right? Of course, this is better, because if your whole hand is Rising Scale and regular cards, no Punk Monster, Rising Scale is trash, because you can't make any plays off of it. That's when Foxy Tune is better, because you could discard a card to special summon it. The only thing is that when you activate Foxy Tune instead of Scale, let's just say, you're losing 2 cards off of your hand. When Rising Scale, you're only losing 1. Which is why I like running her at 2 and I like running Scales at 3. That's it. 2 copies of Orga Dance, not necessarily needed. It's just a lot of the time having certain punk bodies in the hand is really good for Rising, for Shirakasai. Because a lot of the times you don't want to really use your punk monsters from the field if you have some in the hand. Because the more monsters you have on the field, the better in terms of the board that you're going to make. So 2 copies of this is fine. That's why we only run 2. 3 copies of Horus. Glory of I'm setting Glory of Horus, because you're feeling glorious when you're making this board and winning games. So of course you gotta run that thing at 3. It's that simple. Activate, send a card to the graveyard, search the freaking sarcophagus, and then draw a card. So you're gonna draw a card from this, and you're gonna draw a card from your field spell, and you could also draw a card from this thing. That doesn't happen all that often, but you can. I just want you to know that. Yeah, pretty much it. Then we're gonna run 1 copy of the Happy, because you're feeling happy playing this deck, and then I'm gonna play the Quebec Theft Protection of the Horus, because it's gonna protect you, not really. But I decided to run 3 of the level 8s, and this Horus package, I have a replay for you where we also play through Duel and Logbird like it's nobody's business and make a really good turn 1 board. So that's why I run 3 copies of that thing. We're gonna run 3 copies of the Rising Scale, because it's honestly, alongside another punk card in the hand, is probably the best punk card that there is in the main deck. High key, yes it is. But again, you just need another punk monster at all times in the graveyard or in the hand. But either way, 3 copies of that, 1 copy of Niv, because if you're going to play Max C, always play 1 copy of Niv no matter what the heck you're playing. Just do it. You're playing Max C. Might as well play the Niv. Harpy's Feather Duster, which as you can see, it's a 1 and I'm playing a 60 card deck list. You're going to see a crazy replay where I drew into that thing. Yes. Of course, noises. Either way, 2 triple protected talent, because we're talented. This is just part of your board breaker, going second, going first. This thing is cracked no matter what time when you're playing it. 2 copies of the triple protected trust to search for our normal spells, just in case we have to search for the talent. If I want to break back roll, search for the duster or the extra shenanigans. 1 copy of the original Sinful Spoils. It's simple. Activate this and a card. You're gonna special summon your Jet Dragon. I don't know if any other monster that's really good level 1 for this, for a target for this that really matters. I just really like this one because it was a tuner, and again I'm gonna show you the other deck in a second, but yeah, that's pretty much what you're gonna do. We're gonna play the field spell, the Jam Extreme Session. I'm also gonna play 1 field spell, Walls of the Imperial Tomb. Please play 1. It's really good because if you have it, then you get your amp set, you can start your play, and then you can switch the field spell from there. We're gonna play 2 copies of the King Sarcophagus. You don't need more than 2. 2 is perfectly fine. Just don't play it at 1. I think playing it at 2 is best. And you're playing 60 cards, so what the heck does it matter? Play it at 2. 3 copies of the Emergency Teleport. I'm still happy that I've been asking Konami for this for years. So 3 copies of that. 2 copies of Call by the Grave, 1 Cross-Out Designator, 3 Forbidden Droplet. You're playing a 60 card deck list. Some of our cards do not mind going into the graveyard. For example, you're going second, you have Rising Scale. You have a whole punk hand, let's just say, send all of that thing to the graveyard. As long as you negate and they don't have a hand trap, you go from there, Rising Skull, you're going to have a great time. You get to go full combo. So this is really good. Also, let's say you have the King Sarcophagus. You have Horus monsters in the hand. Dropless, send it to the graveyard. You negated something, now you special summon them, you start play from there. Really good in the deck. I already told you what the wanted is for, because you want to win. 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence, because it's so great for going second. 1 copy of the Dangerous Gabu. You could play the Surprise. As a matter of fact, I want to play them both. I didn't realize I wasn't playing them both, but Surprise is actually really freaking good right now. So if you want to switch that for the Surprise, do so. If not, I've been doing really good without the Surprise. I'm gonna shut up. Either way, 1 Angel Statue assured, because I'm playing the Rabbit. Now, the extra deck, hilarious, right? We're gonna play 1 Rising card. We all know you need this Fusion, so it's the best card in the extra deck in terms of comboing off. I'm playing the Snake Eyes Doom Dragon. Change it. Now, this is something that I have an idea. I haven't tried this yet, but I think you can make Herald with 2 tuners, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like I've done this before. So if you have a level 3 tuner and then you have this thing, I'm pretty sure, correct me on it, but I think you can make Herald of Arc Light. Take this out and make the Herald. There's no way you can make this in this deck. Again, I was playing the Millennium Engine and forgot to take this out. So I've been clapping people with an extra flex spot in the extra deck that I haven't even used. So, yeah, take that thing out. It's not supposed to be there. I would suggest playing Herald or any other Link monster. You could play IP, as a matter of fact. Honestly, you could just probably play IP. You could play any other level 8 or level 10 Synchron. You could, as a matter of fact, play another Amazing Dragon. Do this and bam. That's actually your best choice right there. Just do that if you have it. If not, then just change it for, like I said, the Herald or any other shenanigans you want. So from there, we're gonna play Unemancipated Reason Dragite. We're gonna because it's a spell negate, it's a level 8. We're gonna play Punk Jam Dragon Drive. Let me check your license. We're gonna play 1 Baron de la Flor. I guess 2 copies of the Amazing Dragon. You could play 1 if you don't really have 2. 1 copy of Psychic and Punisher, 1 number 38 Hope Bringer, 1 The Zombie Vampire, 1 Point Jam Fever called the Doctor, 1 Solomon Great Almirage, because sometimes you're gonna need it to go into your combos. Nightmare Phoenix for any back row pop that you need, because this deck doesn't really pop back row unless you have the Harpy Feather Duster. SP the Littlest Knight, aka Stuart Little, and the Rabbit, because this is actually really good. I love playing this thing. And then Appaloosa Above the Goddess, because you get a gazillion freaking bodies on the field depending on your combo. So let me go show you something real quick. Alright, so this is the other version of the deck. I'm not gonna break this one down because I don't even think I'm gonna make a video on it. This also works really well. It's also really good. But you do your whole combo, you have 400 life points, which makes the Psychic and Punisher the hardest monster in this game to get rid of. Because you do your whole combo, you leave that thing on the field. If your opponent isn't playing Goddess or can't get rid of this, you're gonna win the game. It's facts. But we're in a meta where burning is really good. People are playing Vanquishal again. They're gonna burn your leg. You're gonna die. The freaking Freeman star, they do the 12,000 burn. You're gonna die. So for that reason, it's too risky. You could play it, but it's too risky. And the reason why I was playing this is because here we have a level 6. You can make a level 7, make Fairy Dragon. You could pop this field spell, and then you could search your punk field spell that way. And then this thing can special summon a level 3 back onto the field. You can make Baron the Floor with this and your level 3 Psychic or just tuner monster that you get. Which also, you can special summon this thing and make a level 8 if you like. This deck goes nuts, but it's really risky. So that's why I was playing that, and that's why you saw it in the Punk deck. It's still good not in the Punk deck, but in the Punk Horus. It's still good in the Punk Horus, but it's better in this deck. So with that being said, enough with the yapping. Again, if you guys enjoy the content, leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe, because I would greatly appreciate it. Enough with the yapping, let's get into them replays. Alright, familia, so usually I start off a showcase of a deck by showing you the best turn 1 board that the deck can make. But this replay is so tough that you're gonna see this first. It's facts. It's facts. I don't have any hand traps. We're playing against Duel. Opening of the Spirits. Get yourself the Dark Beckoning Beast. It's dark times for me. At least that's what I thought. As they're gonna get themselves another Spirit Gaze to the hand, they're gonna activate the 1-for-1. They're gonna send the Spirit of Duel to the graveyard. Special summon a Lori. Oh yes. This is Fiendsmith, Yubel, Fiendsmith. They're gonna send the spirit to the graveyard here so they could special summon the spirit of Yubel, activate the spirit, set down the Nightmare Pain, activate the Nightmare Pain's effect. They're gonna, well, no, they're just gonna flip it. Activate the opening, recycle the other opening from the graveyard, activate the Pain, pop Yubel, get themselves the Squirm. Squirm gonna, well, no. Spirit of Yubel gonna special summon the OG Yubel. Squirm gonna special summon, pop the OG Yubel. The OG Yubel is gonna special summon the Terror Incarnate. Using both of these monsters, you're gonna link off into the Unchained Soul of Yama. Yama me one more time. Activate the Yama's effect. They're gonna get themselves the Unchained Soul Shavara to the hand here. They're gonna send both of these monsters back to the deck to use as fusion monster from the Phantom of Yubel. Link off the Larry into the Fiendsmith Requiem. Bring it out here, activate Requiem out of here, special summon La Crema gonna activate, send the Engraver gonna activate, return the Lorry so it can special summon itself from the graveyard, bring it out here. They're gonna use both of these monsters to link off into the sequence, one time for the one time. Of course, they're gonna activate the sequence effect so they could fusion summon into Desiree, bring it out here. They're going to activate Shavara here. Why not pop sequence? This is my field? Oh snap, either way. Why not pop sequence? Alright, Shavara pop. Then you use both of these monsters to go into the Soul of Rage. Then you activate Shavara. Go into the Escape, activate the Squirmer. Special summon, activate Yeah, bro, why wouldn't you? I feel like it would have been a way better play to pop sequence than use Shavara and this thing to link off into the souls. I feel like that would have been way better. Because then you just attach this from the graveyard to this and then you got more. Alright, either way, the board has a pop-up card on the field. It has a freaking basically negate 2 cards on the field. A monster negate, which is, it doesn't negate it, but it changes. It's a negate. A link off into SP Little Knight, which is a link off 1 disruption, banish with SP Little Knight, and banish with SP Little Knight. And if I attack, I have to attack into this thing. This board is actually really freaking decent. So here I'm going to join to the Call by the Grave. So I started with the emergency teleport. I'm going to tell you my thought process as I broke this board, right? I'm going to special summon the Sea Aemon with the emergency teleport. Now this prompts him to activate the escape. So he's going to activate escape, pop the Unchained Souls of Rage, and pop my Sea Aemon. Now I did this on purpose because by doing so, I knew that he would activate something. I was going to activate this. I already have the skill in the hand, so it doesn't matter if this gets negated. I'm just using this as bait, and it worked perfectly because this is exactly what I wanted to do. As he's going to try and pop, I activate the Forbidden Droplet. I'm going to send the Yabastar. I really wanted to keep it in the hand, but these cards are better than the Yabastar right now. So I send both of those cards to the graveyard. And of course, I'm going to negate the Desiree and the Phantom of Yubel. Now exactly, this is why I did this, because I have the scale. I knew that by using Droplet and sending the Sea Aemon to the graveyard, that would allow me to activate my Rising skill without losing too many resources. So this is what we do. We're going to activate Special Summon, activate its effect, pay the 800, and of course he has the Snow Ogre. Now that's bad. I actually really need a level 3 body on the field right now so I could start doing my plays, especially because I was planning on going into Sherakasai. That's kind of bad, but I managed to play through it. If you're wondering why I didn't Call by the Grave it's because I have the triple tactic thrust. I had a plan, right? So I get the Sea Aemon instead of Sherakasai, activate the thrust, get myself the triple tactic talent, activate the talent, and get rid of the only disruption that they actually have on the field. Right? Because I don't need them activating this, linking over my card and banishing my other card. This is the best choice I could do. I really wanted to draw 2, but that was impossible. And I kept the Call by the Grave just in case they have an Ash, because I need this Sea Aemon to go through. So that's when we normal summon Sea Aemon, activate its effect, we're going to get Foxy Tune. If you're wondering why I'm getting Foxy Tune, it's because I already normal summon. I can't normal summon again. I already used the Rising Scale. This is my best play. Now here is the luck of the guys, because if he has an Ash, I get cooked. So I'm like, let's go. He doesn't have the Ash luckily for us. We go Sharakasai. I can go full wombo combo. We're gonna go into Rising Carp. We're gonna go into Rising Carp. Rising Carp get us out of here. We're gonna special summon Deer Note, special summon Wagon, activate Wagon, pay the life points, get the Extreme Stream Session. Do you hear the music? Here we're gonna use both of these monsters. Do you have it on you? Let me check them license because we're going into the Jam Dragon Drive. Activate that thing's effect, pay the life points, activate Deer Note, special summon the Rising Scale back onto the field because I need that. Here we're gonna get Rising Scale. With the drive, we're gonna search Madame Spider. We're gonna activate the Field Spell because we pay taxes in a 60 card deck. In a 60 card deck, my boy, I draw into Harpy's Feather Dust. So this back row is dead. Now, mind you, the only thing that was worrisome about this back row was the Nightmare Pain. I was planning on going into the Nightmare Phoenix at some point in time, but this made it way easier. This was also a little bit of a goof. As I'm gonna activate the Harpy's Feather Dust to break the back row, that's gonna trigger the Yama. I completely forgot the Yama works like this because I thought if a monster got destroyed, not the back row, but it is what it is because they activate the thing's effect. They're gonna banish it and they're gonna special summon the OG you build onto the field, popping Desiree, activating Desiree's effect. Really smart. They're gonna get rid of the scale. It would have been better to get rid of this, but I'm gonna let him rock. Either way, I lost a body that's actually really important to me, so now I have to improvise. As I'm gonna activate, banish the Foxy Toon, special summon Madame Spider, pay the tax, enjoy the search out the dangerous Gaboo, and we join to Deer Note, which is really useless here. As we're gonna use both of these monsters, I realize what I have. I'm going into Psychic and Double D Punisher because I'm gonna punish my opponent. As I activate his effect, I'm gonna banish this, banish the OGU belt, get him out of here. And this is a rule with Psychic and Punisher that I'm gonna let you know. If your opponent has an open field or any monster with 0 attack, all you need to have is 3,500 life points and you have 8,000 life points to attack, well, 8,000 attack with Psychic and Punisher. That's exactly what we have. That thing is negated, so I get to do damage to it. Slap him for the 8,100. I use my brain, bro. High IQ plays and a little bit of luck. A little bit of luck. Because, honestly, if I go in there... Yeah, I don't think the Harpy's Feather Duster was... Nah, that Harpy's Feather Duster might have saved my life. I played well. Honestly, I was piloting the deck pretty well. But I think the Harpy's Feather Duster might have saved me a little bit because I need an extra body in order to go into the Phoenix. And then him popping. Yeah, honestly, the Harpy Feather Duster might have been way more than what I thought it was. But either way, we broke the board going second. That was amazing in my opinion. Let's continue. Alright gang, here we are for replay numero 2, number 2. And in this one, I'm going to show you one of the greatest boards that this deck can make, which is really good. It's not even that crazy. We're going to activate the wall here, which becomes the King of Sarcophagus. I'm going to get the Amp City, and I'm going to send the Harpy's Feather Duster to the graveyard. This is also one of the great synergies between the Horus package and the Punk package. Right now, you want your Punk cards in the graveyard because of scales. So this thing, sending a Punk card to the graveyard to search the King of Sarcophagus and draw a card, is amazing. So yeah, we're going to send the Harpy's Feather Duster here, activate, send the Foxy Toon and the Horus. We're going to get the King Sarcophagus to the hand, join to another skill, which is crazy, special summon the King Sarcophagus. Always do it like this if you're going to play this deck, because by special summoning the Amp City, it's going to prompt. If your opponent is not toggled off, it's going to prompt and it's going to tell you whether they have Infinite Impermanence or Drolling Lockbird. It's just going to happen that way. So I'm checking hand traps here. I'm going to activate the King Sarcophagus, send a scale. We're going to send a Demeku Theft, and then we're going to use both of these monsters here to go into the Zombie Vampire. Zombie Vampire, for example, here, if we didn't have a Punk card, you will help to melee so you can special summon and do your combo the same way freaking Snake Eyes does. So I know he has either Valor or Infinite Impermanence. I'm using this as bait. That's why I threw everything out, because it's field prompt. So I'm going to activate here, detaching material. There it is. I already knew bro had it because it's field prompt. It was either this or Valor. So we got rid of that. And here we're going to activate the Rising Scale. That's all I need to happen. Get rid of the Foxy Toon special summon. Activate the scale here. special summon the C-Aim and activate C-Aim and get Shirakasai. We're gonna use both of these monsters to go into the Amazing Dragon, and this is why you might want to play 2 of these. It really depends, because this is my favorite card in the game, but I don't think the bouncing cards back to the hand is really that strong in this meta, so a lot of the time I don't even have the Shirakasai on the field. But it's up to you and what you want. So here we're going to activate its effect, special summon the scale back onto the field. Now we're going to use the Amazing Dragon, going to the Jam Fever. Why did I do all of this in this sequence? I haven't normal summon yet. This is my normal summon. This is my most precious play. I gotta protect it before I go into it. And that's exactly what we did. Because now we're going to normal summon, activate its effect, use both of these, fusion summon into Rising Carp. Rising Carp get us out of here. Special summon the Deer Note. Special summon the Wagon. We're gonna switch the Feel spell because I'm feeling different. Yep, put that thing out here. Active. Well, you're gonna use both of these. Going to the Jam Dragon Drive. I already checked your license. You're good, my boy. You're good. You could pilot this deck. Activate the Jam Dragon Drive. Activate the Deer Note. Special summon the Scales back onto the field. As we're gonna search for the Madame Spider. Now, I've seen people not play Madame Spider and search for the Ogre here. Bad plays. As a Punk player, bad plays. Unless you already have this in the hand, you always search this. Don't care about no Ogre. Either way, you're going to draw a card here. We're going to draw into Infinite Impermanence. Activate the Jam Extreme Session. Banish a card. Special summon this. Pop. And get your Dangerous Gabu. This is why I'm telling you, not playing this card and searching for Ogre is bad. Because out of not doing that, I got myself an extra body and a negate. So you're letting go of an extra body and a negate for one pop-a card on the field? Nah, I'm good, bro. And you draw another card. As we're going to get a triple tactic thrust to the hand. Use both of these monsters. I'm feeling hopeful. Bring the Hope Bringer out on the field, which is one of the weaknesses that this deck had. Activate the King Sarcophagus, send the Thrust, get the Happy, bring the Happy back onto the field. Use both of these monsters here and link off into the Rabbit. Bring it out here. Activate the Rabbit's effect. We're going to set in the back a copy of the Asurum. And we're going to set our back row, end our turn. What are you looking at? There's a board that's better than this. I'm going to show you that in one of the upcoming replays. You're looking at a Papa card on the Papa back row. If it happens before you special summon it, of course. It's a little conditional. So Papa back row. Basically Solemn Judgment, a special negate. If a card leaves the field from your field, you get to recycle your cards, which is wild. If they attack into this, then you get to bounce the card to the graveyard. You have a negate, you have another negate, a monster negate, and a spell negate. And this is not even the best board. It's not. It's not. It's very similar though. As they're gonna activate the circular, they're gonna send to the graveyard the Sigma, activate the Sigma, special summon it. I'm not doing anything about this. They're gonna go into the Link Karibo, which is perfectly fine with us. He's trying to protect himself from the traps. That's fine. They're gonna activate the Parallel Exceeds. I'm gonna Jam Fever that. Why? Because this is limited to 2 if I'm not mistaken. By negating it and popping it, there's no way he could activate for another one. So I'm killing one bird with 2 stones. You know the saying, I forgot. I forgot. So here we're going to special summon the Azur. That's going to prompt him to negate it with the Link Karibo. Now it was fine with me that he did this, because all I was trying to do was trying to stop him from linking off if he has another body, because he hasn't normal summon yet. So if he wants to go into the Sage, not the Sage, the Mage, then I was going to pop it with this. That's not a play, but then now I can negate it with Infinite Impermanence or Dangerous Gabu. It's not even a problem. So we go 1 for 1 here. It is what it is. This thing gets popped and negated, get it out. And then because one of my cards left the field because of your card effect, I get to recycle 2 of my cards. Yeah, bring that back and bring my follow-up Punk card with the scale, because I have a bunch of Punk monsters in the graveyard. Now he scooped. He has plays. He has a normal summon. I know he has an extra normal summon. But bro was like, nah, there's no way he just did that. I'm gone. Because we still have Infinite Impermanence. We still have the Dangerous Gabu. I still have a Spell Negate. What are you gonna do? And I still have Drolling Logbird that I haven't used yet. So with that being said, let's continue. Alright, familia, here we are for replay numero 3. This is a 5-turn duel against Fiendsmith Snake Eyes Millennium. Now let me know if you like it better when I do the whole explaining with extra details, thought process and all of that. If you made it this far into the video, let me know if you like that, or you rather I just yap less and just, you know, go over the the replay and stuff, because I like breaking down my thought process so you guys can learn. So either here we're gonna activate. I opened up with 2 ashes, which is crazy. I'm gonna activate the Amseti, send the ash to the graveyard so I can get the King Sarcophagus. Draw into a card, which is another ash, which is crazy. Get the King Sarcophagus, special summon the Amseti, activate the ogre, send it to the graveyard, get myself the Sea Aiming. We're gonna get hit with Duel and Lockberry, and this is why I freaking love this engine. Watch this. On the draw, usually Punk dies, boy, or ends up on 2 disruptions. Not this deck. Yep, send a card to the graveyard, send the Happy, special summon the Happy, use both of these. You're gonna go into the Zombie Vampire. It's that simple. You're gonna go into the Zombie Vampire, activate the Vampire's effect, you're gonna mill. You're gonna get hit with infinite impermanence, of course, so sad times in the kingdom. I forgot this happened. This is not the replay that I thought it was. So we get negated. It is what it is. Normal summon the Sea Aiming. We're gonna use both of these and go into the rabbit. So yeah, this is not the replay I thought it was, but this is fine. Activate the rabbit. We're gonna send the Azure, the Angel Statue, and end our turn. But even with that, our opponent lost 2 cards, and I basically have Papa back row, Solemn Judgment, a special summon, Ash, and Valor in the hand. So we have about 4 really good disruptions here. Here they're going to activate the Engraver, sending it to the graveyard. I never ash that. I always ash the track. That's why you save the ash for it. Ash the track. Because if they activate Engraver and you ash it and then they have the track, you just basically did a whole lot of nothing. So yeah, activate the ash here. Stab them in their tracks. oh God, I'm sorry. Either way, negate that thing. Get it out of here. Here they're going to activate the Bonfire. Again, they're playing Fiendsmith, Millennium, the Snake Eyes. They're going to activate the Poplar, special summon the Poplar, link of the Poplar into a Link Karibo. Poplar is going to go in the back. They didn't even search for the spoils because they have it. And here I knew they had it, right? They have to have it. Because if they never searched it, then that means it's in the hand. So I had to play kind of around that, but there's only so much I could do with this disruption against this freaking deck. So I special summoned the Azure here, so that way I could pop that thing, which is gonna force them to activate the original Sinful Spoils to get rid of the Link Karibo, giving them 1 less body on the field, right? Popper, get it out of here. They're gonna normal summon a freaking Molchomi Fufualos, and with both of these monsters, they're gonna go into the Moon Close Heaven. They're gonna I activated the Angel Statue, but I'm trying to think, was this the best play? Because listen, I already know he has the Engraver, right? He has the Engraver, he has a normal summon, yeah. I know that this has to be the original Sinful Spoils, but by me popping this, I thought, well, he gets Engraver onto the field. He doesn't have Requiem, but then again, he could go into Requiem. I didn't think about the Requiem line. That was the problem. But I feel like I had to do this regardless. Maybe I should have waited a little longer, but you can't wait against this deck. Either way, I decided to pop it. Wasn't the greatest of plays because now they activate the Engraver, recycle the Moon, special summon Engraver back onto the field, activate, well, use the Engraver to link off into the Requiem, activate Requiem, get it out of here, special summon a copy of La Crema. La Crema is going to send another Engraver to the graveyard, activate Requiem, attach it, and there it is. As much as I tried to play around that thing, I couldn't do it. I should have definitely been a little more patient. But I was also afraid of this happening before it happened. So it is what it is. So here they're going to special summon the Oak, activate the Oak. They're going to special summon the Poplar back onto the field. Use both of these monsters here and link off into the sequence. I think going and making the making the Snake Eyes board would have been better than trying to go into the sequence board. But what the heck do I know? I don't play this deck. So here I'm going to negate the sequence because it seems like the best thing to do. The only problem is he still has 2 freaking bodies on the field. So he's going to use the Oak, send both of these to the graveyard, special summon the Flameberg. But at this point, I'm like, what else do you have? He's going to activate Flameberg, put the Happy in the back, go battle phase. This thing cannot be destroyed by battle. We're going to take the 1500 damage and phase. So we managed to play pretty well around the shenanigans. I think he could have made better plays here, but I ain't going to complain. So here we're going to join to the Yabastar. They're going to activate the Flameberg, special summon the Happy back onto the field. Here I'm going to special summon the Horus. Slap the Happy in the face, get it out. We're going to special summon the Horus back onto the field. The Happy, use both of these monsters to go into a Fever. Yes, this is also a good synergy. 2 level 8, activate the fever, pay life points, draw a card. Unfortunately, I drew into the stupid jet. Normal summon the jet just to get it out so I can special summon the Star. Activate the Star. This is the downside to the Star and just playing one jet. This thing is essentially useless. And if you set the wanted in the back, you can't activate it until next turn. So I just said it. I don't have anything else. I'm going to use both of these monsters here, though, to link off into the SP, the Littlest Knight. Bring it out here. And with the SP, I'm going to banish the Flameberg. Nos vemos mañana. Don't want to see that. And they're going to activate La Crema. Special summon the sequence back onto the field. Now, I had a lot of choices, right? First of all, the best choice was the Flameberg. Because once that thing is added here, the only way to get it back is with the Oak. Is what I was thinking. But him having this graveyard filled up like this was always going to be a problem. So it is what it is. They're going to draw a card. Activating the sequence. I'm going to activate the SP, the Littlest Knight, to get us both out of here. Because at that point in time, I'm forcing him to go into the other La Crema, the fusion one, right? That's what I was thinking. Get us out. So he's going to fusion summon, and that's exactly what he does, going to La Crema, because I knew he would want the sequence back. Activate, bring the sequence back. I'm going to negate and pop with the fever. And that was my plan. It was just tap the Fiend engine. But then again, this thing is going to burn. That's fine with us. He still technically has this. The original Sinful Spoils. Going to send the Popular back, get the Ash to the hand, bring the Popular back into the deck. Now, I was kind of fine with this. I wasn't. I'm never going to be fine with it, but I had to be, right? My point was, stop the Fiendsmith engine because the Snake Eyes engine has a dent in its armor, right? What does that mean? This is banished. Therefore, I'm not as scared of this as I am of the Fiendsmith engine right now. Because what the heck are they going to do? Activate Ash. They're going to get themselves the Popular to the hand. Activate the Popular to special summon. Use the Link Karibo, send the Popular to the graveyard so they could put the Popular in the back. Wait, never mind. They put the Oak in the back. And then they're going to use both of these monsters to go into the SP, the Littlest Knight. And this... You don't play the field spell? You don't play the field spell? Because I just realized if you summon this... If this card is added, if this card is numbered, you could search. Wouldn't you search the field spell and then if I summon, you could special summon the Oak, activate the Oak, bring this back? Wow. So yeah, he doesn't play the field spell. Therefore, this is the thing. He has to go into the SP Little Knight. He gets rid of the King Sarcophagus, sets a backward and ends his turn. We're going to get the sequence and the SP Little Knight back. I'm going to join to the Wall of the Imperial Tomb. I'm going to get rid of their SP Little Knight. Slap the sequence, get it out of here. And from there on, I get to activate the Imperial Wall, right? And now I get my Horus Moses back onto the field. You know where we're going. We're going to do a bunch of Link shenanigans. Bro was like, nah. Nah, it's not happening. We're good on it. We're good on it. Which ironically, I could activate this spell, special summon a monster as well. We could have done a bunch of different shenanigans from here. So with that being said, let's continue. All right, familia. I don't remember this replay, but apparently it's against Blue Eyes Primate. I think I played to 3 disruptions or something. So we're going to special summon the Avatar by sending the Forbidden Drop into the graveyard. We're going to get hit with Infinite Impermanence at times in the Kingdom. Why am I not negating that? This is always bait. I actually never care if this gets negated or not. It doesn't freaking matter. So, yeah, that's fine with us. I have to save this for any one of these plays. So here I normal summon the wagon, and he's gonna hit me with the perch. This is definitely Blue Eyes Primate. He's gonna hit me with the perch, and he gets double the benefit here. He's gonna get to the gate and pop, which is not all that great, but it's fine with us. My plan was to summon this, and if he gets negated, then I go around the floor, banish this, and make my Rising Scale plays, which essentially this is the same thing. I just can't make Baron the floor yet. So the thing is negated and pop, get it out of here. I'm going to activate the Scales, banish the wagon to special summon the Scales so that way I could special summon another monster. Never heard of it because bro has a second impermanence. This is the game. So of course, I was holding this Corsair Designator for this exact reason because I need to protect my most precious play. We're going to banish Infinite Impermanence, and here bro has 2 cards in the hand. special summon Sharakasai, you know where we're going. Activate Sharakasai, go into the Rising Carp. Rising Carp, get it here. Deer Note and Madame Spider. Pay the taxes, get the Dangerous Gabu. Use both of these, go into the drive. Activate the drive, activate Deer Note. Special summon Sharakasai. Get myself the Snow Rabbit. You see how I searched the rabbit? Why? Because I already searched the Madame Spider. There's no point in me searching any other punk monster because I don't have any other way of summoning it. Therefore, this is the best time to actually get that thing, as we're gonna use the Jam Dragon Drive to go into the Fever, and I'm gonna use my level 3 and my level 7 to go into Baron de la Flor. Set our trap and our turn. So through 3 hand traps, 3, I have a monster negate, Omni negate, negate a monster, and pop a card on the field. What are you talking about? Normal summon the Sage, use the Sage to go into a bum-ass Typhon, which is actually really good. So he's gonna go Battle Phase, doesn't even activate it because he saw me search the trap. He's gonna slap over my Fever, activate the Maiden in White, send it to the graveyard, set the True Light, and end his face, right? I'm like, okay, congratulations. So here we join to the wall, which is amazing. I'm going to activate the Dangerous Gabu, so that way I can negate the Typhon, so that way I can activate Baron de la Flor and pop the Typhon. Now, why am I not popping the True Light? Because if I try to pop the True Light, then he activates the True Light. I have to negate it. I'd rather do this first. Pop that thing because I know he activates the True Light. And now I get to activate the Ogre, which is hilarious. To negate and pop that thing, which is essentially just going to wipe his board. And he doesn't really have anything. He has one freaking card in the hand. And I still get to keep the Omni negate of the Baron de Flor, which means I could go slap him, wait another turn. If he activates anything, we negate it and pop it Baron de Flor. And we keep playing the game like that. I was ready to go for the grind game. I'm ready, my boy. But either way, let's continue. Yes, sir. Here we are for replay number 5, I believe it is. And this is another showcase. I think this is pretty close to the best board. The only thing that this board is missing is me making the rabbit on top of everything that we had. But you're going to see what the heck we have. So here we're going to activate the Amseti, send this to the graveyard with the droplet, get myself the Sarcophagus, join to the Dangerous Gabu, which is not great. Activate the Avastar, send the Avastar, so I can special summon the Avastar, search for the original Sinful Spoil. Activate the King Sarcophagus, activate Emergency Teleport, special summon the CM, and my opponent doesn't have anything. Activate CM and get the Rising Scale. Use both of these monsters, go Baron de la Flor. Now I'm protected. Completely protected. As I'm going to special summon the Horus, activate the Rising Scale, banish CM and special summon it, activate Rising Scale, special summon the Sharakasai, activate the Sharakasai, use both of these monsters here to go into the Rising Carp. We can speed this up, you know how this goes. Rising Carp out of here, Wagon and Deer Note, activate the Wagon, get the Jam Extreme Session, use both of these, Jam Dragon Drive, pay the life points, Dangerous got Deer Note, special summon the Sharakasai. And here I'm going to still search the Madame Spider, just because I want to draw an extra, well actually, I think it's the extra body that I'm getting here. Because me having the trap means I can't draw again off of this. So maybe you could have searched the Ogre. I went for this, for the extra body. As we're going to draw a card here, draw into draw, activate the Jam Extreme, banish Dino, special summon Madame Spider, use both of these monsters, go into the Amazing Dragon, activate the Amazing Dragon, special summon the Scale back onto the field, use the Amazing Dragon, go into the Jam Fever. Now I'm extra protected by the Doctor. As we're going to use both of these monsters here, I'm feeling hopeful, bring the Hope Bringer. And then I'm going to activate Baron de la Flor, pop the original Sinful Spoil, activate the Spoil. That way I can get myself a Jet Synchron, normal summon the Jet Synchron here. Wait, no. Send the Jet Synchron, send a Happy, special summon the Happy. Now this board right here is already tough. You have an Omni Negate, you have a Spell Negate, you have a Monster Negate, you have a Quadruple Bounce Back, a Monster Negate, and Duel and Lockbird. But I decided to go for a little extra, little Psychic and Punisher. Excuse me? Do that and end phase. If I could have had 2 extra bodies on the field and made the rabbit, this board would have been pure freaking nastiness. But this is everything that you could ask for from a turn 1 board. You have again a Omni Negate, Spell Negate, Monster Negate, hard to get rid of Psychic and Punisher, Monster Negate, and Drone and Lockbird. What are we really talking about? So here our opponent is gonna make the Spirit of your belt, the Phantom of your belt, which is fine with us. Activate the Fiend's track. I'm gonna activate Dangerous Gabu to negate this thing. I feel like I should have done that earlier, because the only reason why I'm doing this now is because I realized I lost on the opportunity to help bringer that thing. So I'm like, let me stop this before I have to do some chain link shenanigans. Because look at this, right? I activate this, they activate Sharvara, and they're gonna pop this. And they're doing this on purpose for two reasons, right? If I do activate to negate and pop this, then he gets to set a trap, and then he gets to activate this, negate it, and special summon a your belt. So what do I do here? I don't fall for your trap. I know that's a trap. I'm already negating it, so get it out. He can't activate it. Now you lose the body. You special summon this, you get the Lorry, you're going to send the Lorry to the graveyard. You activate the Lorry to special summon it. I'm going to draw and Lockberry immediately. I'm not going to draw any cards this turn. I'm not going to search any cards this turn. The heck doesn't matter to me. Special summon the Lorry and get it out. He goes into Lorry, he goes Requiem, I negate the Requiem. And that's all they have. Sharvara, he could crash instead of trap. What the heck is that gonna do? And even if I want to negate that, I still have Baron de la Flor. And then you still have to deal with Psychic and Punisher on top of all of that. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. Let's continue. Yes, sir. Here we are for replay number 6, I believe it is. And we're going second. This is also Fiendsmith Snake Eyes Millennium. This is another deck. There it is. They're gonna activate the Millennium engine. I'm not gonna stop that. I can't actually. They're gonna special summon, get the Golem immediately. Throw out the Journal Lock. This honestly, in my opinion, this card is cracked. I don't like it. I like using it. I don't like it in general. I think this thing's kind of busted. I mean, it does kind of counters Max C, but this thing is annoying, bro. Either way, I'm gonna use it. They're gonna activate the Golem, put it in the back. He can't get the Fuel Spell here, so I don't really care. They're gonna use both of these monsters, and they're gonna go into a copy of the Heaven, the Closed Moon, and they're gonna use this link off into the Requiem. I'm perfectly fine with that. It is what it is. They're gonna activate Requiem here, get it out. I gotta let this rock, no point in doing anything. Activate La Crema. This is when I'm gonna play the game. I'm gonna activate the Effect Veiler, and the reason why I activate Effect Veiler, well, I guess it wouldn't matter. I was gonna say is because if I activate this, then I can't activate Effect Veiler, but that's not true. Either way, we're just gonna negate it with the Effect Veiler. I should use Infinite Impermanence to play around Triple Tactic Talent though, as they're gonna normal summon an Ogre, use both of these monsters here to go into a sequence. So here they're gonna activate sequence effect, and I let it happen. Why not Infinite Impermanence the sequence? Because Brother Man over here never had an engraver in the graveyard, which means he can't make Desiree. And if he can't make Desiree, and the only monster that he's left with is whatever one he chose to have left within the graveyard, it just means he has one play. He's gonna go into La Crema, special summon whatever monster that is, which in this case is the other La Crema, and then he's gonna make Apollo. It's from a mile away, bro. Like, predictable much. That's why I didn't stop it. Why? Because now he gets to activate La Crema. Yeah, you do burn damage. You have no follow-up in your graveyard. This doesn't really do anything without Requiem, so I don't really care. And then you have an Apollo that I saved an Infinite Impermanence for. Congratulations, you played yourself. So here we're gonna join to Triple Tactic Trope, which is just cracked. As I activate the Ogre, I was hoping he would negate it. He did. And here I'm gonna activate the Infinite Impermanence. Now I did some goofiness McGooflington. Gooflington. He activated Max C. And I don't know why I decided to droplet this. Now mind you, this makes it so that this thing's attack becomes 0. I decided to cut his attack in half, and because it's negated by the droplet before it gets negated by the Infinite Impermanence, it gets to keep like 1200 damage on it. It's still negated, but this is goofy. Don't do this. There's no point. I don't even know why I did this. It's just negate that because I'm a goofball. Before it gets negated, Maxi, maybe I was trying to bait something out. Either way, it doesn't matter. Here I'm going to search the CA, man. Give me that as mine. Activate the Triple Tactic Trust. Get myself the Triple Tactic Talent. Now, I think what I was going to do here was take over this thing So I think my idea was, okay, I get it. I think I understand why I did that. I think I was trying to cut his attack in half because I was going to take over a normal summon CMS so I could get to lethal damage faster before giving them so many cards because I'm on the max C. But I think I ended up not carrying it and then drawing cards so I could test out and see. Yeah, to test out and see if they had the Ash. They don't. So I draw into craziness. As I normal summon CM and get myself the Rising Scale, I take the challenge. Activate the scale, banish the Ogre then, special summon, he's gonna draw one. Activate the scale, special summon Shark-San, he's gonna draw another one. Use both of these monsters, go into the Amazing Dragon. I'm not gonna bounce back, there's no point. Activate CM and give this thing an attack boost. Activate the Amazing Dragon. You see? This is why I'm making these plays. Why? I was trying to get protection for Nibiru before I went for lethal. But sad times I don't get to do that yet or now. As they're gonna pop my Amazing Dragon that actually sucks. Because now I'm giving you an extra card and I don't have the protection that I needed. As we're gonna special summon the Rising Scale. I'm going to activate Sharakasai. Use Sharakasai and the monster I have in the hand to go into Rising Carp. So what do? I use the Rising Carp. Go into my protection for Nibiru because it's the only thing I need protection from. And then I go Battle Phase. It's enough damage. 16, 24 because you cut your life points in half with the Millennium Engine. What's all of these tentacles about, Konami? Either way, yeah. That's why I like the Millennium Engine version of this deck, the Punk version that I'm telling you is really risky. You end up with 400 life points after doing a whole combo. You end up with a really crazy board, but any single tiny burn damage, you're cooked. So let's continue. Yes, sir. Here we are for replay number 7. After this, I got another one. There won't be any live gameplay today because this video is already long enough. I just wanted to show you what this deck does. And you're going to see me play Punk a bunch of times. Either way, we're going to send both of these cards to the graveyard. Drilling like, oh my god, no, wait, please, no. I don't care about none of that. As long as I have this thing, we're going to activate the triple tactic talent. Let me look at that hand. Is it dirty? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Dirty ass hand. Deck lockdown. Yeah, either way, we're going to stop this Yubel shenanigans going on. What the heck are you playing, bro? Activate the King Sarcophagus. Special summon the King Sarcophagus. We're going to send a card to the graveyard, which is the triple tactic thrust. Send the Happy. Use normal summon Sharakasai. Oh, I'm going to cook for real, huh? Use both of these. Go into Rising Carp. Activate Rising Carp. Oh, I can see the line already. Yeah, special summon Sea Aemon, special summon Deerno. Use both of these. Going to Dragite. Deerno, bring it out here. What is it? Scale. Scale never got to activate. So activate Scale. Special summon the monster from the graveyard back onto the field. Use both of these. Make an Amazing Dragon. Draw what? Draw who? Yeah, Amazing Dragon. Activate. Bring the Scale back onto the field. I gotta weigh out my... Let me not say that. Either way, going to Zombie Vampire. Gotta weigh out my options. Using that thing, get rid of a material. What the heck is bro playing, fam? Trash. What the heck is all of this? Either way, we're gonna use both of these monsters here as a special summon. Well, one monster. Go into the Fever, then use both of these monsters and go into the Rabbit. Activate the Rabbit. Set the trap. That's under draw, bro. Under draw, I have a monster negate and pop. I have a spell negate, spell and trap negate, as a matter of fact. I can pop a card in the back row. I can summon Judgment, and if by any chance you get rid of anything on my field that's not this, I'm gonna recycle for my follow-up. As a matter of fact, I could recycle hand traps, boy. I could just get both of these back. Nah, this is nasty. Asqueroso. So he's gonna draw a card and bro scoop. Yeah, I just wanted to show you what you could do on the draw. The craziness, the boost that you get from having the Horus cards going into the level 8 Zombie Vampire and making plays from there. Scales is just so freaking good, bro. It's not even funny. Because something that the Punk never had was a way to revive cards from the graveyard unless you did it with Deerno. But now that you don't need Deerno and you have Scale, you could legitimately play 2 Sharakasais and do the whole entire. You could play this deck with like 2 of each card, and you will have a crazy grind game if you survive. You like this deck is nuts. So with that means with the right pilot, of course. Because oh no, this deck is tier 3 and rogue. It kind of is, but it's really good. I mean, I said that, but it's really good with a good pilot. So let's continue. All right, my boys and girls, here we are for replay last. So it's a mirror match, but it didn't go anywhere because they're gonna activate Ogre Dance, get the Deer Note to the hand. This getting themselves the CM, I'm gonna ash the CM. Honestly, not the listen. All right. I was trying to be smart, just in case they have a Cover the Grave. I was banking and they use it here so I could throw out the Maxi. Because this is not the best Ash. It is if they don't have any follow-up. But this deck occasionally has good follow, which he does. As it's going to active, I don't know what the heck that is. I actually got scared because I saw a fire monster and then I saw Lori. And I was like, what the heck are you doing? So I figured maybe he's searching for an Ash because my field prompt. No, bro, search for scales like this, which is crazy. It's nuts. It's nuts. But yeah, nothing to protect yourself from this Maxi. They're gonna activate the skill, banish the card, especially summon the skill. I'm gonna throw the Maxi because I gotta draw a card. Gotta draw it. Yep, we're gonna get the happy to the hand. They're gonna pay the life points, get the wagon that you normal summon. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I had to take the Maxi challenge too here. Activate Infinite Impermanence on the rising scale, get it out. Activate Emergency Teleport, he throws out the Maxi. Big brain. As a matter of fact, I knew he had it. His field prompt, I knew he had it. That's why I started like this, did it on purpose, because I knew I could change the other one. And look at what I did here. I'm pretty sure I special summon either Wagon first or, no. There you go, CM it and then Wagon. Because you're going to get to draw for the Wagon. I'm going to activate the Wagon, get the Jam Extreme Session, set it. Now I get to activate CM, search for skills, and draw a card. Got to start drawing early when you're going second. Activate the Thrust, get myself the Triple Tactic Talent, activate the Talents, and I'm going to take control of their own scales. Yeah, I'm just trying to get to lethal damage as soon as possible. Use both of these monsters. Excuse me, what am I doing? I know what I'm doing because I'm a great Punk player, bro. I ain't trying to tell my age, I love the deck. I went to this just in case at any point in time they could nib. I'm going to gain the advantage of having less life points. That's all it is. As I activate, pay the life points, I get to draw a card, activate the scales. Now my life points are lower than theirs, special summon the scales, activate the scale, pay more life points, special summon Deer Note, and that's lethal damage exactly. Plus the attack boost from the Psychic Camp Punisher. Yeah, let's go. All right, familia. So that is the video. Those are the replays and showcase of what the deck can do. Honestly, I think this is the best version of Punk. On the Fiendsmith version, just for the recursion and all the extra stuff, is really good. But this, if they don't get rid of this thing from the field, you have recursion right here. You have a bunch of ways to just keep playing the game. The Horus cards are honestly hella annoying. 2 level 8s, you could always go into your Jam Fever if you have extra plays. You could just always do this and be protected at all times from certain hand traps. Plus, because it's 2 level 8s, you could pay the life points and draw the card. Quick advice: make sure that you have this thing has a klutz, which is, what's it at? When another monster is activated and you have a level 3 psychic monster in your graveyard, remember you gotta have that in order to be able to negate. So if you can't keep one of these 2 level 3s in the graveyard, you're not protected. Just remember that, because it happened to me once because I'm an idiot. Just a quick advice. So again, if you guys enjoy the content, leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Any comment, questions, and concerns, leave them in the comment section below. I try to always reply. And I'm gonna catch you guys next time. Also, this Friday, which will be probably tomorrow, I'm going to do a subscriber duel thing. I'm gonna stream tomorrow, and I'm just gonna fight you guys if you're subscribed to the channel. So if you want to join for that, it'll probably be around 5 p.m. 4:30, 5 p.m. around that time. So if you want to pull up and just have some fun and duel, send me over there. I'm out.